Hi, Kyle Harris from the Bob Harris Baseball School, talking and philosophizing about youth throwing. Talking about young kids from the time they're little and can walk and hold a ball all the way up to middle school kids and why they throw weird. My firm theory and belief, and this does not come from my own brain myself, I've heard this idea several times before, especially from my father all the way up. Kids throw weird because they watch adults throw weird. So, if the camera is a little kid, I'm not going to come through and throw the ball because they're not going to catch it, they're going to get hit, they're going to get hurt, they're going to cry. That's okay. Do not yell at a kid for crying, let them go, teach them about the game. But if you keep doing that, they're not going to want to play. They're going to be done. They're going to go play soccer. So what we do, we take that ball, we step, and we do one of these guys. We lob that thing up. They get out of the way anyway, but it's all right. They're learning visual motor skills on how to track the ball, and that's really good. But what they're also doing is watching us throw like that. And I've known this for years, and even with my youngest girl, she started throwing like this real weird this summer, and it was a little bit upsetting, and I got frustrated, and then I thought to myself, you know what, that's exactly how I throw to her. So, again, the idea here, philosophy that I'm going to talk about, not 100% my idea, I stole it. I believe Lance Wheeler talked about it, my dad's talked about it, since I can remember, Kyle Bodie talked about it, but what we need to do is give a kid a ball, give a kid a fence, give a kid a net, and say throw it as hard as you can. Give that 5-year-old a ball and just let him go to town. Get him a bucket of balls. Get 24 baseballs. All right, drop the money on some cheap baseballs and just let them go to work throwing it as hard as they can, and then, you know, you can play catch with them because they do need to play catch. But the goal here is just let them get moving. Let them run. Let them step, let them throw however they want, and just go to town and throw that bad boy. Because what they're going to do is start to organize their body in a manner that feels good. The body's going to compensate all the time. So if you throw like this to them, they're going to think that's the right way. That's what they're going to see. That's what their perception is. If you let them just run and be like, just throw it as hard as you can at this giant area, then they're going to start to develop a way to organize their body the right way. They're going to start to produce and learn how to produce rotational velocities through their body, which we need to do at an early age anyway. And then they're not going to hurt themselves, one, because they're not strong enough to do that. Two, for a 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old, a 5-ounce baseball is heavy enough that they're not going to produce the torques that are going to create arm issues like it is with a 15, 6-year-old that's a little bit stronger. And we're going to let them just kind of be free and athletic. And that is the absolute best way that you can teach your kid to throw. No cues, except for throw it hard and throw it in this giant area, this 20 by 20 area. And they start getting better at that, then throw it in a 15 by 15 foot area. Throw it in a 10 by 10, and then start to slowly get that down. On the side, do some catch play. Flip it underhand. Flip it underhand if you have to. Throw it this way, let them throw it to you, do ground balls, toss them up for pop-ups, make them move to it. Let them not catch the ball. That's really good. They get to track that ball. But stay away from doing this guy with them. If you have to, get on a knee, get a nice full arm motion on a knee. Right there, you know, and buy him a mask, okay? 5-year-old boy is allowed to wear a mask. It's not proving that he's a man at 5 years old that he doesn't wear a mask. Because once he gets blasted in the face, he's not going to want to play anymore, and we're losing too many kids to the baseball, softball community programs anyway, so we need to get these kids excited about it. So let them wear a mask when they're little. All right? It's an important thing to do is teach these kids how to throw, teach these kids how to catch. The #1 way that you can make your kid better at baseball, softball is just to go out and play catch.